Well, that's a very interesting question, and thank you for being here. I'm very, very grateful that it's the 4th year running that I've been part of the jury over here, and I'm very happy that I could participate in this program as well today. I'm looking forward to some very interesting speakers which you lined up. As far as my personal well-being is concerned, I mean, I just want to say that I took a journey about a few years back on my personal well-being, because before that I was too busy seeing patients and had very little time for myself. And I decided that I must start looking after myself, and I think it's been the last 4-5 years. I've lost about 21 kilograms over a period of time, and I've done it with a lot of reflective thought. It's really about the kind of food that I eat. It's about the kind of exercise that I do every day. So I just have fruits for breakfast, and I then have lunch at about 12:30, and I have an early dinner. So this is really what keeps me going. And together with this, I also do 10,000 steps every day, 10,000 plus, may even go up to 15,000 steps. And I make sure that irrespective of even when I'm traveling, I make sure that I do this, without any fail for the last many years. And I think this has really kept me going, and it keeps me fit. What's also important in well-being is not just physical fitness, but also mental fitness. So it's also important that you also learn how to relax, not to take stress, and not to get affected by what is going on around you. So a little bit of aloofness, a little bit of having something, which is, being with yourself and being meditative in that sense is also equally important. So a little bit of mind and a little bit of body, and putting them together is, I think, what will keep you well.
You've been part of this event in its earlier editions also, and you've seen it evolve. What is the change that you've seen in its journey, if you can share that?
So starting from the first one, I've seen, people now evolving. I've seen a better quality of speakers. I've seen a better audience. I've seen more participation. And also I'm always very fascinated by the kind of young people who come across, in the awards. I've found so much of innovation happening in the health and wellness space. And that's something that always amazes me.
You are a very successful entrepreneur in this space, and we see a lot of youngsters coming into this space. What is your word of advice for people who are here and trying to disrupt this space?
There's actually no advice, because today young people don't want to listen to advice, and I'm sure that nobody will want to listen to it. But having said that, I would just say that there are just two things that make one tick. Number one is passion. I believe that anything that you do with passion is something which should always get you where you want to be. And the second thing is, when you add purpose to passion, you then also achieve much better. So if you're having a drive which is passionate, and if you have a drive which is also has a reason behind it and a purpose behind it, like for example, I do all my hobbies and I donate everything to charity. I link it to so it's a passion. So my photography, for example, all my collections for my photography go to a blind school to support blind children. So people who cannot see, I try to support them with nature pictures. Similarly, I do singing for an old widow's home. So it's a passion for me. My books, the royalty goes to animal welfare. So every passion that you have, if you can add a purpose behind it, it becomes very meaningful, and then you will always succeed.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.